In this video, we're going to be testing out the brand new ReveD Revox Gyro in my Sakura D5 drift car. Now, if you are following the channel, you know my go-to love of a gyro is the Futaba 450. It's been getting harder and harder to come by these days. So I picked up this ReveD Revox to see just how good is it, and is it even a better option for us in rear-wheel drive drifting. So I'm going to get it installed in the car, show you the setup in it, and give it a test here at the Music City RC Open Drift Night. Let's get started. The ReveD Gyro is installed just per the instructions. You have a 3-wire female plug that connects to the servo. You have a 3-wire male plug that goes into channel 1, and the single wire goes into channel 3. You can mount it basically anywhere on the chassis and confirm that it works just like a champ. You'll see I have a 1 blinking light. That means I'm in the first setting of these 6 settings. If you double click, it'll actually bring the setting up one, so you can go all the way from 1 to 6. Each one progressively makes the gyro more sensitive. When you do set it up, it has the instructions for how you set the right and left endpoints. Pretty easy. And I actually have my gyro set at 100 on the controller right now. We're going to drive it and see what it looks like. With all that driving on the carpet track done, honestly, it's really hard to say conclusively exactly the difference between all the 6 settings on the ReveD Gyro. So I am back here in my garage with the car, swap some different tires on it, and I'm going to do the same thing again. Now, I'm going to start at setting 6, and I'm going to jump to like 3 and then to 1, making a bigger jump, hoping that that actually pulls out a little bit more information for me as far as what really is the difference with it. So let's get started. I'm going to do the circle, I'm going to do the figure 8, I'm going to do the big C. I'm going to do all 3 of them with each setting, trying to see if I can actually pull out what really are the differences with it. So let's get started. That wasn't very helpful, as it turns out. All right, so I've spent like 30 minutes here in the garage going between setting 6 and setting 3 and setting 1. Did the circle, I did the figure 8, I did the big C. I actually can tell less of a difference in my garage between the 3 settings than I thought I could tell on the carpet. On the carpet, I described it to other folks as the car, it's like the gyro didn't work until a certain angle. It's like you could throw the car into a corner and it wasn't very stable until it hit a certain angle. And the higher the gyro setting that you had, the shallower that angle was. So it was like the gyro helped take over even earlier, which I thought would be exaggerated in my garage because of much tighter situation than we have at the big track out there. And no, you could not blindfold me or set the car up or set the gyro to a setting and me tell you that it was either 6 or 1. The other thing that you haven't seen on video is that between the carpet run and today, I've actually run multiple times on track, and I've gotten to where I really like the feel of this gyro. One of the things, if you know me from the channel, is you know that I love the Futaba GYD450 gyro. Really, really like it. I love how that gyro feels. But 2 problems with that gyro. 1, it's getting harder and harder to find. Second is, in order to really unlock the magic of the Futaba GYD450, you need to have ability to set the gyro both in a positive and negative direction in order to trigger the AVCS mode and to really smooth out your drifts. This ReveD gyro does not have that problem. You don't need the fancy controller as much, and I'm going to put that to the test more in a future video. And you can buy it on lots of places. I'll provide you a link down below where you can get it. And yes, it is, at this time, when I just looked at it today, in that $5 to $10 more expensive than the Futaba GYD450, but that still puts it like $20, $30 cheaper than the GYD550, and again, just a little bit up compared to the Yokomo DP-302V4. Full stop. What am I going to do? I'm leaving it in the car. You know, so if you know me, you know I love that GYD450. I'm taking it out. I'm taking it out. I'm going to leave the ReveD in there. I really enjoy how the ReveD drives. It feels good. I'm leaving the ReveD in, and I'm taking the Futaba GYD450 out. And that is a bombshell if you folks know me. So I'm leaving it here today. Again, link to this ReveD gyro is down below. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you're smarter than me and you know the difference between the setting 1 to 6 and you can really feel that difference, I'd love to hear it. Highly recommended, stamp, seal of approval is that ReveD gyro. If you're in the market for one, seriously consider it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to leave you over here with my RC Drift playlist that has a bunch of RC content in it, including how-tos and out driving at events. We will see you in one of those videos. Thank you and goodbye.